Praise the glorious sun. Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a while, and I know I say that a lot, but I'm finally back from Salt Lake Comic Con, and I got lots of stuff. Got a lot of panels recorded and things. Had a good time aside from getting con flu. I don't think I've ever really gotten sick from going to a convention, so I've been mostly stuffy in that, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was after the convention, but still have some symptoms of it. But I got a lot of stuff to show off in that I've gotten and such, so let's start off with stuff that's not really very video gamey, but more arty. A little postcard thing I got at a panel. Oop. Predicts a familiar scene from Charlie Brown in a more game-related way, though. I really like that. I need to find a really nice spot for that. But for now, how about you hang out right there, protected by good little metal though. Oof, I got bags everywhere. Then something I posted on my Twitter feed. Two of the doctors and Jack from Doctor Who were at the convention, and originally this photo op was only with the doctors, but apparently they made a extra photo op at the last minute to include Jack in there, and this is with me and my friend that I stayed at, and it was pretty nice. I did get to attend the panel with the two doctors. Jack's was insane to get in. It was sadly almost nigh impossible, and that will also be very lovely to display somewhere. Now, last real thing that's not pretty much video games, I got was a few pins, a few little pins. Now, two pins they were giving out was a library one with the TARDIS police box on there. And I got a random one that said Avengers Assemble. But I bought two, and one that I couldn't resist buying was, of course, And ironically, I was wearing this short. Which I also got at the convention. I have one other short I got. One of these days you'll probably see it. Me wearing it. I won't spoil it. We'll leave that one for a surprise. But I was looking through the pins, and because I saw she had big ones on display and tons of boxes of pins, and I saw the solid yellow big one. I was like, oh, is there a small one of that? And I sat down, I was getting my money, and I was like, oh, because I didn't show you what pin I was getting, and she's like, it's kind of obvious. And then when we were looking around at random stores, there's a random little gift store, and I couldn't resist that one. That one I couldn't resist either. Aside from that, well, I didn't buy these. I was actually given these. These ones here. These are just some random animes. All these Inuyasha ones are actually Japanese, or, well, they're not the English version, that's for sure. I guess they could be Chinese versions of that, but I was just given these randomly. One of these I think is an American version. Yeah, this Blue Jandor. This is an American version. This one is a foreign one here, which is also Blue Jandor. I think they said this was a movie. And then I think this was the really bad. Well, not necessarily bad, but not my particular style anime of Alexander the Great. Yeah, that's what it was based off, I think, if I remember correctly. Could be a little And that looks like it's a American version because it has Tokyo Pop's logo on it. So those were just some random things I was just given. So on to the goodies of video games that I've gone. So prior to going to the convention, let me show some of the things I got before. I went to a Goodwill near with my parents, and I'm showing these things off because I had a problem with my video camera glasses, which I would talk about in a separate video on their own. But So all my pickups in Utah, I didn't get any thrifting videos for, which is a real shame because I actually was looking forward to doing that. But anyway, at Goodwill in my parents' area, there was a copy of Watch Dogs for the PS3 for $19, and well, I'm sure the code thing inside is probably used. I could find out though, but the disc and everything is in good condition aside from the markers on it. It was just $19. I mean, it still goes for about $40 now, so that was actually a really good steal there. Plus, the PlayStation version has more content, so it's pretty much the console version, at least you would want, unless you're, into the PC versions of that for the graphics. I got Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and I should have had a video go up about that during Utah for Suppressions. I have actually finished this now. I got finished during my entire trip through Utah and that. I will be doing, of course, a full review video about what I thought about it. But if you just want a sneak peek, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of different opinions about it in the complete package, but I thoroughly enjoyed it myself. So hopefully you look forward to that. A few other random things I got. I got Untold Legends Brotherhood of the Blade for the PSP for like $199 at GameStop. They've been getting rid of PSP stuff like as quickly as possible, so it was in good condition there. It was just $2, so can't really say. Some loose DS games I also got. Overlord Minions. It was the last game I got off 99 Gamers. And another game I got really cheap from GameStop was the Capcom SNK card file game that's on the DS. And this is not the bugged version. The bugged version that has completing the game, that background where it's really faded, it'll be brightly standing out. So that's a bugged version of the game, in case you didn't know that. Ooh. Like I said, I'm still kind of getting over my cold, so. Moving on. On the day before we have Delightful Friend again appeared. And a pretty much on my entire trip back so far, I've been playing it. And it's not quite what I was thinking it would start out at. It's really odd so far. I mean, it has a lot of familiar music and such, but the entire setting is completely different. I mean, I knew it took place on an island, but it just seems all really odd so far. So nobody's died yet, so I haven't got to see if there's any new enhancements to its gameplay aside from the story, which generally seems the same. I don't remember I got showed off, but I did get the newest Tales game. I don't remember if I did. It's been like almost 2 weeks since I've actually got to record a new video. It's been a little while. I believe this should be the last thing. No, actually, wait. There's 2 more things here. No, 3, 4. Yeah. Either way, I looking through Walmart's random little stuff. Again, I found Rhythm Heaven really cheap. I think I got for $10, I believe. I never got it. I just figured, sure. I tried it a little bit. It's definitely not what I was expecting. This was only 99 cents. And I was just kind of like, I don't remember I have this. Because I do know I had one of these. And it turned out I did have one of these, so I'll probably keep the Bell Condition version. And it comes with a bunch of cards, so that's kind of what made it stand out. But I only had a version of it. It was the Beyond the Portals version. But, Disney's attempts to whip off Pokemon. Now, here's a game I got. I saw this on 99 Gamers, and it has a pretty high price point for a PSP game, usually $40+. And I got my local GameStop using my good connections to get real cheap because GameStop doesn't usually sell on variety. On rarity, I don't know why I said variety. They don't usually sell on Rarity very often. So GameStop had it cheap, and I was able to get a copy mailed into my local GameStop and get cheap. Shame don't get all the box and stuff, but you know it's a bit of a pricey PSP game. Then anyone who watches my Twitch stuff would probably know I got a copy of Spy vs. Spy, which I might play a little more to kind of relax, kill some time, and maybe talk to people who want to ask about the convention and the Utah trip and such, maybe. But it's a simple game. It's not like anything revolutionizing. I actually like it though, but I'm kind of surprised the Italian soundtrack in this was actually a licensed soundtrack. So beware if you do videos. Zack and Wiki, the quest for Barbario's treasure. I've always wanted this, and I got to find a copy of it at my local little game store. It's in very good condition. It has everything. The case was awful. I gave it a nice shiny case. This is supposed to be a very interesting kind of point-click game. A lot of people labeled it as a example of what you could do in a point-and-click kind of sense with puzzles and that with the Wii remote. Some people liked it. Some people hated it. I never got to play it. Hopefully I will get around to that now. Ooh, excuse me. And that should be everything I got before I left. Now, everything I got during my trip to Utah. So there wasn't a lot of video game panels, not panels. I mean vendors. There were a lot of panels. There weren't a lot of vendors. I only saw 2 vendors. One that just had pretty much all your basic hype stuff, first-person shooters, Call of Duty and stuff. You know, nothing really worth digging around unless you happen to see a good price, which there weren't any. They were all overpriced. And then there was one that had a lot of boxed NES games and shit. And that was quite impressive. They had even a copy of Star Tropics, which my version of Star Tropics, the box is very damaged, but it has all its contents. It's definitely a title I'm very happy to have myself. But their boxed copy was very good condition. But they were all very pricey, sadly. And they did have loose carts. And I never got Golgo 13, which is based off a kind of James Bond anime-ish. It's basically the equivalent of James Bond in the anime world. And this was always a weird title for America because we never got the anime until a lot longer. And it was only $3.99, so I just like, sure. It looks very clean and everything. So I figured, why not? I've heard semi-decent things about it. Now this one I got very overpriced, and it has to do with the cartridge that I talked about. The notorious Shadowgate 64 cartridge I got the last time I went to Utah that had Perfect Dark inside. They did take it back. At first they were saying no, but you know, kind of talked to them, told them, you know, I wasn't from there, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess that is kind of a sucky situation. So they took it and they said either get something the same value or, you know, apply towards something else. And I didn't see anything worthwhile except for this. And I've been buying this, and it's a lot cheaper on Amazon. It was $15 at them, and I was like, well, at least... but it's just the cartridge. And what's funny is under their sticker, there was a GameStop sticker for it still. So that was kind of weird also. But this is a weird kind of card battle game. And some people like it, some people hate it. I never got to personally play it, like I said. So hopefully I'll enjoy it. Inuyasha, The Secret of the Divine Jewel. My friend Matt actually is more willing to part with games. And he wanted to get with some of his games, and this was one such game. Oh, those are the business cards for the convention, though. I don't want to lose those. Set those to the side, though. It has everything. It's game, book, case, and that, so it's very nice. It's RPG for the DS. I have the PS2 RPG also. The PS2 game, graphically, isn't anything special. Story-wise, it's pretty standard, that, but it was okay, so... This one looks like you use your full party in battle, so this one might be a much more interesting RPG. But that's yet to be seen, of course. Moving on. I got, for a pretty decent price in my opinion, for $4 and $9 at a pawn shop at Utah. Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires. I don't have a lot of the modern Dynasty Warriors games, so it was $9. I figured that wasn't too bad. Then a game I've been wanting to get, Tenchu Shadow Assassins for the Wii. I've been wanting to get a copy of this, but usually it's really overpriced most of the time I've seen it. $4, good condition, and they both have the discs and booklet, and they were in nice condition, so they were most excellent, in my opinion, considering pawn shop pickups. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad shit at pawn shops. They did have some Xbox originals. I was about to say Xbox One. They did have some original titles that I was kind of interested in, but those ones were damaged like horrible, and I think that's where they learned the lesson to taking good conditions. Now here, I got a whole stack of discs that I got through thrift stores and through the thrift stores, Goodwills, stuff like that. Oh, actually, there's one thing that doesn't. This doesn't. I actually won this during the convention, and you'll get to actually hear that and kind of see it live. I kind of walk in front of the camera. You'll get to see me go up to him and that, but that was awesome. And if for some reason you're watching this, thank you. I really appreciate this. It was very nice of you to give it to me, because I don't actually personally think I deserved it considering the situation. But I'm glad you gave the other person a disc too. But if you go watch the panel video about the history of video game music, which should hopefully be coming up, it'll probably be one of the first videos because it was one of the more exciting panels in my opinion. But we'll stop playing around. So, interestingly, I want to get one particular franchise out of the way here. I got 3 entries in this franchise. You Don't Know Jack Volume 2. I'm coming across these a lot. You Don't Know Jack the Movies. And then You Don't Know Jack the Original Irreverent Quiz Show Party Game. So I think that brings me up to like 6 Don't Know Jack games. Getting kind of high though. This does not even have the white case with it, but it is Nightmare Creatures on the PS1. It was just $2. It was in decent condition, not perfect condition, but a decent enough condition that it shouldn't have any problem. And the rest of these are a lot of really old games. Now, what I found really funny is, let's see, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. All these ones came from the same store. Now, I'm going to go through all these and leave this last one a second. So, Where's Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM game. It's pretty plain. It has everything in the disc and the booklet in that. It's in pretty good condition. It was only 50 cents. Then the Incredible Machine version 3.0. Solve 150 wacky little puzzles in that. It has its CD and case and booklet in that. And it looks all good in that. And it's advertising a game that I believe Pushing Up Roses talked about there for 50 cents. And then that very, very game you just saw for 50 cents. It has its book, but I don't know if it had a back thing, but if it did, it's missing it. It has its CD, and they're all excellent condition. Then, I don't remember if I only got a copy of where in the USA Carmen Sandiego is, but I found a copy missing its booklet, but the disc was in nice condition, and it was for $1. Now, this, I'm not 100% sure, because I couldn't really research it. I asked Matt to look up on his Apple phone a little. From what it seems like, it might be a point-and-click game. I want to do some more thorough researching now that I'm back home with my own computer on that. But, It's called Inherit the Earth Quest for the Orb. So that definitely sounds like some kind of game of something of that. It has absolutely nothing of that. It's 50 cents. I couldn't find it on YouTube either. There was nothing on YouTube. So as you can see, those were mostly 50 cents. Then you have Fast Food Tycoon. $5. $5. It's like, I just find that so weird that this one thing was $5, but it has everything. Possibly, and of course this is, subjective opinion. If we're gonna go with the fact that it has everything, because you could argue that these three are missing stuff possibly, but I mean, Con San Diego and these are both excellent condition. They have everything. 50 cents. I don't know. If it wasn't for the Meal Factors pizza on there, I probably wouldn't buy it. No, I thought it'd be kind of funny, maybe. Check it out. What I find interesting is, though, while it carries the Tycoon label, it was published by Activision, which really makes me wonder if it has any association at all with the Tycoon franchise. Because I'm not really that big into, excuse me, here. I'm not really that big into the, Tycoon games of that. So I'm not really sure. I'll be a little curious about that. Now, here's a Humongous game I found. I pretty much own all the Humongous games now. Not necessarily physically, I do own them all basically digitally. Now, I mean, Fatty Bale I have physically, and I have pretty much all the every other Humongous game as on the Humble Bundle, because I got the big Humble Bundle thing that was just basically all of their games, except for Fatty Bale for some reason. But this was in excellent prestige condition with everything with it. It was just $2, so I was just like, it's hard to pass that. Putt Putt Travels Through Time, which, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that Peanut Butter Gamer had not even talked about this, because it actually sounds like kind of a silly idea for it. But it has everything with it. It was just $2. It was just kind of hard to pass such a nice condition. Now, this was originally wrapped. This was actually not even opened. It was just $2, so I was just like, well, I never heard of it, don't know much about it. I guess why not? It's just a prison escape game that Activision apparently published. And aside from cracks right there in the case, it's in excellent condition. The disc and everything inside is fine. So it supposedly has a multiplayer mode and team or free-for-all multiplayer options. But considering it was designed for Windows 95, 98, and me, I'm going to assume the online probably doesn't exist much anymore, unless it has some kind of direct connect system. But I don't know. It says it's powered by GameSpy, which I know in that time frame used to host servers. I don't think they're around anymore. Not that I'm 100% sure, but I don't think they're around anymore. But that's pretty much all my video game pickups from a little before and during my trip there. Pretty nice little haul, I'd say, to be honest. I was not expecting so much. I mean, when you really look at, aside from the one PS1 game, all these are just really old PC games. I still missed one though. Gotta make it bigger. I was really surprised to find so many old ones, especially when I found so many in that one particular store. I must have really either got lucky or nobody really cleaned house on that place at the time. But that's pretty much all my new pickups. There are going to be a lot of panel stuff coming up from different panels. The History of Music one was a really good one. And the Malco one was a bit interesting, but it wasn't really filled. But I thought it was a bit of an interesting little panel to listen to that. But there's a few different interesting panels. I'm so sad I couldn't get anything for the Doctor Who panel because they were actually telling people that you can't record anything of that. Like, they went up to me and told me nobody unless they were permitted by the convention itself can record it. So that was a real shame because that was also a very delightful panel. It was so hilarious. Two doctors played off themselves very well there. I enjoyed it so much. Maybe hopefully somebody might actually have somehow recorded that because they were telling people that they couldn't, even though I, like, once it started, tons of people started taking pictures and stuff, but ooh, pardon me. But aside for that, not too much going on. Amnesia started going up on my Let's Play channel because I actually ran out of Persona 4 Arena footage, which I'm going to try and do a quick little episode now and then do a normal session and try to get a video out today of the recording of this particular video. And I want this to try to go out today too, which is usually not something I do very often, but I want to try and get content rolling out again on the main channel here going. And I want to try and get Persona 4 Arena get going, but Amnesia is going to kind of be going along with Persona 4 since I've been thinking of doing streaming with that. I've been wanting to play, and it's really fun to actually stream it, so. But streaming this weekend, I'm not 100% sure because there's so much shit to be done, and my house still a freaking disaster with luggage everywhere and stuff. But hopefully I will get stuff somewhere in order. And going back to work on Monday is currently Saturday, so it's all a bit of a mess in real life itself. But hopefully we'll get things rolling here. I definitely want to listen to some of the soundtracks on the music track I got. I particularly want to listen to the Journey, the Silent Hill theme. I'm not sure what the hell he would have done with the Pokemon theme. The Shadow Colossus one I definitely want to hear. And maybe the Tetris Opera would probably be fun. Da 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 do 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 do. But yeah, I gotta get some stuff done that I don't think I really got much else to really say that. Hopefully you're looking forward to a lot of the panel stuff, and I'll be getting some other normal Force Suppression review things going too, because I'll be wanting to do Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, and I'll be wanting to get Force Suppressions, of course, our delightful Punishment Bear friends game, and a few other little bits, maybe even a surprising game I don't even own that I got to play in Utah maybe, but you'll have to wait for that. Haha. So anyway, thank you, and I hope you all praise the sun to be great and excellent gamers, and hopefully not knock down hats that are hanging around your room by accident. So anyway, until next time, hopefully you're enjoying, look forward inside, I went